Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Thursday, August 10th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got NFL action preseason week number 1. The Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. Kickoff will be here in about 15 minutes. So right now we just got NFL Network on, Colleen Wolfe, and obviously they're just kind of breaking down the lineups and everything. And a big reason that I wanted to do this game and to do the Vikings and the Seahawks, I'm doing a double dip today. A lot of work, but it'll be worth it, is I want to check out C.J. Stroud from the Ohio State University. So I know some of the starters on the Patriots aren't going to play, but still, even though it's preseason, I'm excited. We're getting back into the groove of things. So I'm going to end up doing this game. We'll end up seeing where this game ends. And then, obviously, if I have to cut it off a little early, then we're going to go into the Vikings and the Seahawks, which will start at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So we're going to be here for roughly 6 hours straight. And then after the games are over, then I'll end up doing reaction videos on Friday morning of both of these games. So hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and I'm definitely ready for this matchup with the Texans and the Patriots. So we'll wait for people to kind of cycle through. I know obviously some people are still at work. They got different obligations and whatnot, but in the meantime, I'm just going to chill, get ready. It took me a while to kind of get all situated with all the thumbs and whatnot, and getting everything prepped, but that's a part of being a streamer. I got to put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into it. So let's go. 13 minutes and counting. Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. I mean, is it going to be Mac Jones or is it going to be Zappy? I mean, it could go definitely either way. I know Mac Jones, had some hype and whatnot, coming out of Bama. But if you actually look at Bailey Zappi, what he was able to do, I think a lot of Patriot fans actually prefer Zappi over Mac Jones. I kind of feel like with Mac Jones and certain rookies, we don't really know about Trey Lance yet because he was hurt, but it looks like Brock Purdy kind of stole that job away, right? But Justin Fields is the guy. We know that. We know that Trevor Lawrence is the guy. But with Mac Jones, I feel that he kind of has hit the ceiling. So if it was me, I would probably go with Zappy, honestly. But, obviously Bill Belichick is going to know what's best, for his particular team. Eddie in the building. What's good? How are you? Sarah's going to be in the building. So you'll have another Colt fan to kind of talk to. Have you been following the Colts and Richardson and everything that's going on with the team? Like I said, a big reason why I'm going to be doing a lot of these preseason games is the grind. So I want to try to do as many preseason games as possible, as well as the NFL season and the regular. And then I'm going to be trying to do reaction videos for as many preseason games and as many regular season games. So that way we can get over 20,000 on the sub count. We're only about like 150, 160 behind to be able to get to that point. So, and I love football. I mean, obviously the backbone of this channel is football, NFL, college football, AEW, or WWE. So, and then obviously I'll sprinkle in a little MLB for the Mariners and the Dodgers. We'll do NASCAR once in a while, NBA and college hoops once in a while, NHL when it's NHL season. But really the best time of the year is right here. It's the NFL season. And I don't even give a shit if it's preseason. I love it. If I can look at Colleen Wolfe talk all day and all night, here we go. All right. She's the best female correspondent in the business, like hands down. There's a lot of people, that were kind of wondering, okay, they had her do Good Morning Football on the weekends, and you obviously have her on Total Access. But, if Good Morning Football was going to get rid of Kay, they should have went to Colleen Wolfe and gave her the job. She would definitely, in my opinion, is better than Kay. And Kay's got her own thing that she's doing on that opposite network now. But, but they obviously feel very highly, of Colleen, and she's got a nice position there on Total Access. And, if she's pretty, she's not biased. She knows football. All right. And she has that kind of sense of style with like the shoes, like the Air Forces and the Jordans. I mean, it's like, what more could you want, from someone that actually covers football, but actually knows what they're talking about, and on a female side. So, yeah, Richardson. I mean, I want to be able to kind of break it down with you too. Don't expect the Colts to make the playoffs this year. And there might be a time where Richardson kind of struggles, just like CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for all three of those teams, but with the Jonathan Taylor saga, with the injuries that you've had with some of the players, it's going to be like the running back position. There's a question mark. The wide receivers and tight ends aren't good enough yet. It's not like you got Dallas Clark, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne in the building. Reggie Wayne is the wide receivers coach, I know, but I'm saying lining up at wide receiver. So I feel that like the defense, if Darius Shaq Leonard is there, that's really going to help. Obviously with DeForest Buckner and company, but you're going to need more. There's more defensive pieces that need to be there. And also on top of that, the offensive line needs to play better than last year. So we'll see where it goes. But if you guys end up not making the playoffs and get a top 10 pick, and you end up picking, the best wide receiver in the draft, whether that be Marvin Harrison Jr., or someone else, that definitely could help you guys. So, take it with a grain of salt. But, if you guys end up not having a good year and Jacksonville wins the division again, Texans are a little bit better, but there's still some struggles from the Titans and Colts. If you take one step backwards and you can go 10 steps forward, I think it could really benefit you guys in the long term. Just like the Bucks for me, I'm not expecting to win any games. I hope I win, 0-3, get the first pick in the draft. I decide to get Caleb Williams, if he wins back-to-back Heismans, or Drake May from North Carolina, who I slightly like a little bit more, but I like both of them. Drake May is more of the pocket quarterback. Caleb is going to be kind of running the RPOs and doing a little bit of everything. So each guy I think is going to be pretty damn good. But again, with the guys that we got in this draft, with Bryce Young, CJ Stroud tonight, that's why I'm here, and then Anthony Richardson, it may take a little while because the teams aren't really built yet. So there are going to be some moments of greatness and flashes, but there's also going to be some moments of struggles. That's big fact. So, but I am excited. I am going to try to do quite a few games, and I might even do that Richardson game. I know it's at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is a little bit early, but I have to look at the schedule, and then I'll be able to decide, who I want to do. But I'm going to be doing quite a bit. So tomorrow, I'm going to be doing reaction videos to these two games, and then I'm taking the evening off to go out to dinner. I'm going to hit up the Olive Garden. I haven't been there in a year plus. And then we'll get right back into it on Saturday and Sunday with some more preseason games. And then after that's over, then we'll get back into the Mariners. And obviously, me being a full-time Seattle Mariner YouTuber, which I'm really the only one. So, and we're hot right now, 7 wins in a row. Things are really starting to peak. And I'm really excited to see that we are the number one team since July 1. So, Preston in the building. How are you, man? 10 minutes. I appreciate you. How are you? How have things been for you, bro? What's good? Yes. Are you kidding me? SummerSlam was pretty good besides the main event. I mean, it doesn't matter if you like Roman Reigns and the bloodline or not, but to be able to start it off with a bang with Logan Paul and Ricochet, which was the best match, I think personally of all SummerSlam. And then you got EO to get the belt after Bayley ended up beating Asuka for a minute and a half. Right. And then we got EO to actually get the belt, which is amazing since she's kind of like a small in stature wrestler, kind of like a Brian Danielson, where you normally don't get a lot of the little women and men to get the championship, the main one, right? The world championship, maybe something smaller, but I'm considering ordering that AEW pay-per-view, obviously there in Wembley. Definitely, I'm highly considering it. Football 12 in the building. What's good? How are you? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his practices look great, but anybody can look good in practices. And this, like I said, this is me not being a hater. I just want to give you proper expectations because anybody can look good in the practices, in the combine, in preseason. But until you actually get first string defense coming at you, and depending on how good your O-line is going to be, and if you have question marks with Jonathan Taylor and if he's playing or not playing, and the wide receiving core is a little thin, yeah, you got Michael Pittman Jr., but what else? Jelani Woods at tight end and some of these other guys, Alec Pierce. I mean, you have some, but it's not Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, and Dallas Clark. Now, if you had those guys with Jonathan Taylor, I would be like, yeah, Richardson's going to ball. He's going to have so much supporting cast. And you got Quentin Nelson up front and some of that line. So, remember, until you get the Reggie Wayne type, the Marvin Harrison type, the Dallas Clark type, that offense isn't going to hit its full potential. So there's going to be moments where you're going to be like, fuck. And maybe they end up having a worse season than you expect. Maybe Colts fans think they're going to get to 9 wins. You might actually get somewhere between 5 and 8. But that's not a bad thing if you can get the best wide receiver in the draft next year, and then it can propel you into maybe a wild card or playoff status in 2 years or 3 years. So that's just kind of where my mind is at. I think that the Titans are worse than you, and I probably have the Texans, probably towards last, competing with the Titans for that spot. But I definitely think the Colts, even with some of the weaknesses, they should be able to finish in second place in that division. And the only way that they finish in first is if the Jaguars player like Trevor Lawrence gets hurt. Then you can take advantage and maybe overachieve and get a couple extra games. But as long as the Jags are healthy, they have a better roster from top to bottom. And I feel that they're going to be the team to beat in the AFC South. But again, that's why we watch football. You never really know. So, hi, Megan. How are you? No problem. Go Hawks. And I'm actually doing both games, and it took me forever to go through the thumbs. So obviously, the first one I was looking for something a little bit brighter for an image, but a lot of the Patriot photos they just don't format, and I couldn't get a proper size. And I was like, I need to be able to get the right size, and the damn New England logo is so long. So I was like, fuck, and I was like going back and forth, and then I was like, where do I put the players? And I tried putting them on the left corner and the right corner, but I didn't want to block the logos. So I feel that there could be options that I could make it a little bit better, but compared to any of the thumbs that I've ever made before, I like this one. And got CJ Stroud on the left. We got Christian Gonzalez, go Ducks on the right, and then obviously the Seahawk Viking one is much better. And then you got the bright, colorful, obviously stadium there in Seattle, Vikings, Seahawks, and then I got you Jordan Addison on the left, and then we end up getting Jackson, Smith, and Jigba on the right. It's going to be a long day for me, but I'm definitely going to grind. Appreciate that. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that the Hawks play well for you today. Io and Shida are killing it. I totally agree. And it's cool to see Japanese wrestlers actually get some love. It was cool to see Ripley get the belt. It was cool to see Oscar get the belt. And I'm kind of, I wish Oscar didn't lose it so quickly, but at least she lost it to another Asian Japanese wrestler. So it's not like it went back to Bianca or Charlotte Flair. Like they're mixing it up and we're getting some new blood instead of Charlotte and Bianca over and over and over and over like a Roman Reigns thing. It's nice to see Ripley with the belt. It's nice to see Oscar with the belt. It's nice to see Io with the belt. And I know you feel that too. Same thing with Shida as well. AEW. Yeah. I'm always just going to keep it real, just keep it 100 and keep it honest. And, I feel like a lot of people, they don't have to necessarily agree with me, but just because I'm not necessarily a fan of that particular team doesn't mean I don't know just as much as a hardcore Colt fan. Because I mean, this is my full-time job. So all I do all day and all night is read and watch film. That's all I do. So obviously I feel like I can have a pretty good perspective, on what's going on if I, am doing that. So that's big facts. That's where I would go too. That's definitely where I would go as well. Exactly. That's going to be interesting, to see how that all plays out as well. Sometimes it works out, but again, it also depends on like Salah, right? If you have someone like that, yeah, if you have an Aaron Rodgers, then he can, take off the pressure for you. But you better make sure you have a good OC in place. So when you get your Aaron Rodgers and you upgrade from Zach Wilson, you don't really have to worry. But obviously, it depends also too if the head coach is calling the defensive plays or not as well. So yes, absolutely. What's good, brother? What's good? I bet. I bet. Let me. I'm going to close the window real quick because I see a little bit of glare on my cheek there. So one sec. All right, I'm better. Just saw the glare on my cheek there from that. I think we're good though. I might actually, I don't know, maybe I will open that window. I guess it just kind of depends on how hot it's going to get in here and whatnot. So I think I'm going to actually reopen that real quick. Give me one sec. All right. All right. Let me get this situated here. All right. Got it situated, switched up. And I think we're good to go. All right. Talk soon. Oh, 930. Nice. Heck yeah, dude. Congrats. That's awesome. Lions are going to be good this year. I wouldn't count them out from possibly winning the division. You know, Packers and Vikings still have a lot of talent, but there's a good chance that Detroit might be able to win the division. And if they don't, um, if the Packers and Vikings have injuries and they struggle, they might be able to be the second place team. Or, you know, maybe they'll be third, but there's a good chance that they could actually steal a spot and be second, you know? Let's go. Zappy, baby. Sarah's helping out with the Twitter and whatnot as well. Love preseason. I know some people don't appreciate it as much, but I mean, I love it. All right, let me get this situated here. Yeah, definitely want to see CJ Stroud and Richardson and Bryce Young. Now they're just going over tape right now with CJ Stroud, and we'll see how hot I get with this jersey on that I got. We'll see. 85 passing TDs in 2021 and 2022. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, who ends up having the best career between Bryce, CJ, and Richardson. Yeah, the Will Anderson Jr., that was a good move. Excited to be able to see some of these rookies. And I know it's a little bit early, you know, obviously at 4 o'clock Pacific time and whatnot, but we're going to grind it out. We'll do both games today. We're starting off with the Texans and the Patriots, and then we'll link into the Vikings and the Seahawks here in just a couple minutes. Jacob in the building. What's good? How are you? And obviously, we're doing this not only because it's football, but the Mariners have a day off after winning last night, sweeping the Padres and being the hottest team in baseball, 7 wins in a row, which is sweet. And you know, we're going to be tapping into a lot of football, you know, in football season, not only NFL but for the college football scene as well. And I don't know when we're going to get started here, but I assume we'll get started here in just a few minutes. All right. So obviously it showed, that it was supposed to start at 4. We're already past 4 o'clock. So I imagine, I mean, I see up there on the ticker, it has like another like 30 minutes to go. So I don't really know how long it's going to take before we get into actual the game started, but hopefully they get it going here sooner than later. Because if I knew that they said 4 o'clock, but the game doesn't actually start till 4:30, then I wouldn't even have gone live this early. But fuck it. I guess it is what it is, right? I just want us to get going, man. And then as soon as this is done, we're going to jump right into the Vikings and Seahawks with no rest or break. And it took me over 2 hours to make both of the thumbs and whatnot, but it's worth it. Sometimes you got to grind and you got to put in that extra effort, especially if you want to have something that you feel looks a little bit better than just a standard thumbnail and whatnot. So it gets a little bit difficult, but you put in more hard work, you get better results. Come on, Colleen Wolf, let's get the game going. Preseason Navy, Jaceki, Mapu, Gonzalez, and Zappi. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Zappi, I feel plays just as good as Mac Jones. Sometimes I think he plays better, and I think a lot of New England fans are kind of leaning more towards him. Even though he's the backup, but I just feel that when Zappi was in there, yeah, he'll make mistakes just like Mac Jones, but I feel like the players play harder for him. Like sometimes, with the backup quarterback, if he's really likable, sometimes those guys are going to block a little harder. The running backs are going to run and hit their cuts a little bit harder. The wide receivers are going to hit their route a little bit more smoother, trying to help that guy out. And I'm not sure what their relationship is with Mac Jones, Mac Jones, but to me, after seeing Mac Jones, some good, some bad, some ugly, it wouldn't surprise me if Belichick goes with Mac early, but then at some point in the season benches him and goes to Zappy. So we'll see. All good. How are you? Thanks for help on the Twitter, aka X, and hopefully this game will get going here shortly. Because I mean, like I said, oh, here we go. Yes, we're getting started. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Finally. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's get to 100 and donuts. Let's do it. I appreciate you. Let's go. Christian Gonzalez, baby. All right, baby. Play action. No, no. Hand off right up the gut. Gain of a couple. I got to decide on which one I want to watch. It seems like some of the audio through the broadcast is kind of not the greatest. Hopefully they clean that up. Second down and 2. Good defense by the Pats. I might switch up. It's like, what kind of microphones are these fucking people using? Reflect in the building. What's good? Their fucking audio sounds terrible. Oh, nice run. First down, Patriots. But it looks like everyone, yeah, so everyone is saying they sound like a fucking fighter pilot. Like the audio there in the stadium in New England's all fucked up on every platform. How are you doing, Reflect? What's good? And I'm going to be doing this game, and then I'm doing the Seahawk game right after. So, first down and 10. CJ. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Uh-oh. Yes, love it. I love we get football back finally. I was actually just going to do the Seahawk game, with the Vikings because it was later. But I was like, if CJ Stroud is going to play, and obviously that's one of the biggest names in the draft, him, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I might as well work hard and do as many as I can without burning myself out. And then we'll do reaction videos tomorrow morning for both of these games to get some more content and for fans that don't watch my live streams yet. Stroud getting out of the pocket, rolling to his left. Go, go, go. Make something out of nothing there, gain him a couple. And then no live stream on Friday night because I'm going to be going out to dinner. And then on Saturday, Sunday, we'll get back into the football mix. And then I'll decide on what games we're going to do. And then we'll also sprinkle in some Mariners after that as well. So it's like I almost want to do Mariners since we're doing so well. But obviously, I'm going to do football first. And then on the days that we don't have football, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for preseason, and we'll get right back into the Mariners right after that. And then I'll do a poll probably on the weekend to see what games we want to do on Saturday and Sunday. Third down and 21. Stroud, plenty of time. Wide open. Picked. Picked. Oh, my. Go, go, go. 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 Wow. Intercepted. Patriots. Wow. Well, he just threw a pick, so not very good. Obviously, it's the offensive line. They're not blocking very well, so he got a sack lunch. Not all his fault, but the line wasn't obviously doing their job, and then he just threw a pick right there. A bad throw by Stroud. And like I said, just because CJ Stroud was so good in college and Bryce Young and Richardson showed flashes, all three are going to be booty at points of the season where they're going to be bad. None of these guys are like Trevor Lawrence to me. None of the guys, are, franchise guys. I mean, guys, some of them are going to be able to get going right away, and others are going to need more support around them until you see them hit their potential. And I feel that way about Richardson, Bryce Young, and CJ Stroud. Even Justin Fields, you're not going to be able to see him go to the next level until he gets more. He got DJ Moore to start off, which is good, but they still need more. But you are going to see flashes of greatness from those three QBs in the draft, but you're also going to see bad plays like that pick right there. Second down and 10 for Zappy, which I kind of like more than Mac Jones, honestly. I don't buy into the name recognition. I like to see the bottom line, the stats, Yeah, Stroud's got to embrace the struggle, Bryce Young and Richardson. So, like I said, if people think that they're going to win 10 games with those quarterbacks, it's not going to happen. It's not happening. I mean, the teams, you have a better chance of winning 5 games than you do 10. And, like I said, it's okay. That means higher draft position to add more talent around those guys. Facts. Shotgun set on third down and 4. Zappy. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Sack lunch for the Patriots, sack lunch for the Texans, baby. And obviously, we got a field goal is good. 3-0 Patriots. There we go. Nice to see that NFL Network's crew on the social media is actually doing their job, which when it was a Hall of Fame game, they did not. Took them forever to update things. And I wanted to be able to use this scoreboard rather than ESPN. So Nick Folk, the wily vet, as we're seeing it here on screen, 44-yarder, kick is up, and it's good. 3-0 Patriots. Let's go. Stroud, yeah. Hopefully their confidence will be high. Like I said, and of course, a lot of those teams weren't very good. So if you're not that very good of a team overall, you just can't expect you get a quarterback and then everything's going to be fixed. There's still a lot of problems that need to be cleared up. But hopefully he doesn't throw another pick. I don't know if he's going to be back out there, but and also too, some people think that CJ Stroud's the best one, maybe even better than Bryce. So if he already threw a pick, you have to think, the Bryce and Anthony Richardson picks are going to be coming too. No one in this draft to me is elite as far as the quarterbacks in the draft. I think Caleb and Drake May will be better than any of these three quarterbacks that is in this draft. And then obviously we know Trevor Lawrence is the best one from the year before. And then Justin Fields, they say he can't really throw, but watch. Cole Kmet got his deal, right? They brought in DJ Moore. Justin Fields' numbers throwing the ball will be better than last year. He'll be a dual threat, right? But sometimes you need those other weapons there to be able to take it to the next level. So Cyberpunk helping out there with the Twitter. I helped out. Appreciate that. Even though it's called X, I mean, I'm going to have a hard time going back to that. But that's a little rough there for CJ Stroud, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's going to be surprises across the board, but a lot of times when you have a surprise, right, the talent is already there, aka Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy, because you got George Kittle, you got Make Him Puke Ayuk, Brandon Ayuk, you got Debo Samuel, you got Nick Bosa, you got Fred Warner, you got Talanoa Hufunga, you got all of this talent everywhere on top of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. And what's the position that they normally are lacking? QB. You literally can plug in anybody, and as long as they don't turn the ball over that much, they're going to show out. And obviously, we saw with Brock Purdy being Mr. Irrelevant, even the last guy picked in the draft can succeed on a team like the Niners. But not every team in the NFL is built like the Niners or the Eagles. So you have to realize that as well. Well, Brock Purdy did it, yeah, but look who Brock Purdy had to work with. Not only the head coach, the play caller was Shanahan, but the supporting cast is Super Bowl worthy. You don't have Super Bowl worthy supporting cast with the Pats, the Panthers and the Colts just yet. And we're hoping that it can get to that point, but it may take a while. So that's facts. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Oh yeah, Purdy's awesome to root for, but then also what does it mean for Trey Lance? It's like you drafted all that capital and then let alone you get a guy that you picked, Mr. Irrelevant, and you kind of wasted that pick. Imagine if they didn't pick Trey Lance and they would have picked the best offensive lineman or the best corner or the best, defender. Like maybe that would have been the difference last year, instead of wasting all that money in that pick with Trey Lance. But you live and you learn. All right, kickoff coming out of the end zone. Finally, the audio is fixed. So not on my end, but through NFL Network. But also, too, I don't think Trey Lance is garbage. What I've seen in practice, he looked terrible. But the thing is like you can't count a guy out just because the media says so. Give Trey Lance a chance to get out there if Purdy's hurt. He might be able to shine. It's not like he was garbage. They picked him over Justin Fields, so they obviously liked certain things about him. So sometimes we're too quick to judge, but other times, like we know, Zach Wilson is never going to be a starter ever again. We know that. That was a bad one, but you got Aaron Rodgers, so it didn't kill you. You know what I mean? First down and 10. Handoff. Short game. Finley in the building. How are you, bro? What's good? Football, baby. And I'm doing both games today, so hopefully I don't, lose my voice too much. But I wanted to make sure I get as much football action in. Sam Roberts, DL, number 96, 6'5", 300, second year. Let's go. Plus, it gives an opportunity for people that haven't been to the channel since last year for football. If they don't like basketball, hockey, or NASCAR, or baseball, that they can see, wow, look at the channel. It's upgraded quite a bit. Oh, I've been upgrading the thumbs, and I won't lie, the thumbs took me almost 2 to 3 hours because I had to reposition, get different photos. This one's a little bit darker than I wanted to use. I wanted to use a brighter image, but I couldn't get the one I wanted to format. And after an hour and a half, I said, fuck it. I just got to get on to the next one and prep. And I wanted to put the guys on the left corner and the right corner, but I didn't want to block the logo. So I was like, this looks good. And then this one obviously looks better. I got Jordan Addison on the left and then Jackson Smith and the Jigba on the right. And I'm always going to go for that more colorful image. But the Patriots have shitty stadium photos. They don't have very good ones as far as like formatting for a thumbnail. They have a bunch of little ones and bigger ones, but they I have to have a certain dimension to make it look good. And sometimes, with certain teams, they just don't have very good like stadium photos of the field or the stadium itself. So I'm not going to usually use a photo so dark, but after an hour and a half, I was like, fucking hey, this is what we got. I was like, we'll do that. And also, too, if you look at this, the goddamn Patriot logo with that back part with the red that looks like a mullet, it stretches so long, it's hard to squeeze in the players because I wanted to make it more like my baseball ones where the player is bigger, but I want to emphasize the team logo. And so I've got Jordan Addison there and Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I'll play around with it. But, ultimately, I have the same style and design. You'll know it's me. So, first down and 10. Yeah, BS call. I know. Totally agree. Rough in the pass are so weak. Handoff, little short gain. But they're going to try to protect the quarterbacks, on a crazy level. So, yeah, I get you. 3-0 Patriots. 8:35 left in the first quarter. Shout out to all y'all hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys so much. And we're here. But yeah, the prep took me so long today because I don't have time after this game is over and rest and get in. I had to do double prep. So that was something I was not used to. Second down and 9, play action fake. Stroud loses his balance. Floater. Nice catch. Yeah, Jennings has been good. Third down and 4. Let's see if CJ can actually have some positive plays. It's a big reason why I decided to do this game and the Seahawks game. Third down and 4. Come on, CJ. We want our future of our league not to be booty. We want it to be great. Third down and 4. Shotgun set. CJ scrambling, gambling, planting, fumbles. But then the ball is down. Knee is down. Fourth down. Looks like they're going to have to punt. And a CJ will start to realize, you might have had a shitload of time in college, but these NFL defensive linemen are fast, really, really fast. And some of them are faster than CJ. So you might be able to run past them for a couple seconds, but a lot of these guys are going to chase you down. DNs, outside linebackers, you stand no chance. Fourth down and 2, Texans about to punt. Fair catch. Right there around the 13. 3-0 New England. Taking a look to see what else we got going on the baseball scores while we're waiting. Cardinals, Rays, Nats, Phillies, Royals, Red Sox just all getting underway. And then final score, Orioles 5, Astros 4. There we go. Pirates 7, Braves 5, surprising. Tigers 3, Twins 0. And then we have the Guardians beating the Blue Jays 4-3. I love that. And then the Dodgers Rockies is on tonight at 7:10. I wonder who's pitching for the Dodgers. My dad. Oh, Clayton Kershaw. Nice. 10-4 record with a 2.55 ERA. Awesome. I know, right? Just weird that he's not in the league anymore. All our guys, Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, like everyone's gone. Like everyone in that group is gone. And now we're on to the young bucks, to see what they can do. So, but I'm glad they got the audio fixed there on NFL Network because it was definitely echoing like it was like a jet fighter audio. So I'm glad they cleaned that up, and hopefully we end up getting some points in this game. Hopefully over 20 for both teams, or at least one team gets in the 20s and the other one gets in the high teens. So let's go. Oh, Old Trapper. That sounds good. That's my problem though. When I eat Old Trapper or I eat the jerky and stuff, it's hard not to eat like the whole bag. Like you start nibbling on it and whatnot, unless you have good like self control. But I know with me and certain types of chips, like Sun chips, like harvest cheddar and French onion or kettle chips, I have a hard time just like eating a couple, you know. It's not unless they're like Pringles where you just can't pop one and you keep going. But I don't know. For me, sun chips and kettle chips are my favorite, and I just have a hard time stopping. Same thing with the jerky. I just get into that mode and I'm like, well, I'll just have like 3, 4 pieces. And then I look in the bag and it's gone. I'm like, fuck. 3-0 New England. McDermott, Murphy, France, Russi, Douglas, Thornton, Strong Jr. I see you. No, can't pick up a roughing on a replay. They're going to call the roughing, and then that's what it is. They're not going to pick it up now. If they call it roughing, it's going to be roughing. I mean, I don't. I've never seen them call roughing and pick it up. Nice little screen dump off there. Taylor with the short game. But again, we might end up having some rule changes, in the NFL in the next couple years. But we'll see on how they, kind of play things out this year in 2023. Second down and 7 for Zappy. Brandon in the building. What's good? I'm great, man. It's football. I don't give a shit if it's preseason or not. And the Mariners aren't on today, so I didn't have to think, oh, do I want to do the Mariner game? I mean, I'm always going to go to football first. I've been doing Mariner games for the whole season, so. But now we're really, really hot, so it's like every game means so much more for the Mariners from here on out. So I don't really want to miss too many of those moments. But if it comes down to football or Mariners, I'm going to go football first. But we'll still have other days to do the Mariner games. It's like I try to do like 100 Mariner games throughout a season, and that's probably like 60 more than any other Mariner YouTuber. So if not more than that. So third down and 8. Bill O'Brien back in the building. Come on, Zappy. Shotgun set. Good protection up front. Floater. Wide open. First down, Patriots. Move the chains. That was pretty. So pretty. Look at this move right here. Nice. And he didn't get scared when he saw that guy coming over to blast him. He just went up. He had confidence, went up there, got it with his hands, thinking that he might get blasted. Guy, flew by him. Great play. Zappy. And I'm telling you, Zappy is better than Mac Jones. Mac Jones went to Alabama, but if you watched him last year, they both struggled at times. But the thing that I look for is leadership, and I look to see how the players react to the quarterback. And when I see Mac Jones out there, people give up. They don't care about him, it feels like, even though that may not be true. But when I see Zappy, he seems like he's the cooler quarterback out of the two, maybe more likable, maybe more real, maybe not as much of an ego because he didn't go to Bama. And I just think that his throwing motion is better. I think his confidence is better. And I think the bottom line, the players play better for him. But even with that being said, I would assume Belichick will give it to Mac, wait for him to fuck up so he doesn't look like the bad guy on benching Mac at the beginning of the season. He'll give him the job, wait for him to fuck up, pull him, and then put in Zappy for the rest of the season. That's kind of, I think, what's going to happen. Unless, Mac Jones gets injured or Bill's like, you know what, I like Zappy more. Sorry, Mac, you're on the bench. But, sometimes it's like a trick the coaches use. He likes Zappy more, Belichick, but he's just going to give it to Mac and let him lose it. So that way it doesn't look like it's on him. Nice spin move, Zappy. Incomplete. It's kind of weird that they do it like that. You know what I mean? Instead of just naming the starter, you just give the reins to the guy that you don't really like, and he's going to fuck up. So that way you don't get blamed for benching Mac. It's on Mac. So it's kind of like a catch-22 there, a little extra psychology to the game. But that happens pretty often, especially if you're not really sure who the better one is. Yes. Yes, I love it. We're not even playing and we're gaining ground, Reflect. It's beautiful. Go Mariners, man. Fucking awesome. Second down and 10, screen pass. Good blockers. Falling down. Come on now. You got to be better. Nixon with the short game. All right, third down and 10. Come on, Zappy. I'm a fan of him. I don't like the Patriots one bit, but I'm going to root for Christian Gonzalez, obviously from the Ducks. There is a chance that he will be better, than Witherspoon that the Seahawks picked, even though he picked him higher. I personally think Gonzalez is the better player, and it's not just Duck bias. I just think overall, but hopefully, Schneider and Carroll know what they're doing. Because if Gonzalez ends up turning into the next Sauce Gardner and Witherspoon gets hurt or he ends up not being the guy, that'll be a wasted pick. They didn't pick Jalen Carter, but you don't want to give up a Hall of Famer or Pro Bowl or an All Pro player when you could have picked either one and you picked the wrong one. So we'll see. But to me, Gonzalez has the bigger body and he's just more of an overall athlete, and he gives you a little bit more upside. And he's going to probably be more successful in New England because he's got Belichick there to help him. Not saying that he wouldn't be successful with Tariq Woolen, but could you imagine Tariq Woolen on one side and him on the other? I mean, and he's in the Pacific Northwest, and the Seahawks usually pick Ducks, Beavers, Huskies, Cougs. So that was a little odd that they thought that this Witherspoon kid was so much better and he's smaller. So it's like, okay, well, what do you know that I don't know? And it must be for scheme, but I hope it works. But something tells me that it might not. Fourth down and 7. Patriots with the punt. Fair catch at the 10. And that's not me being a hater. That's just me being honest. I evaluate talent, and regardless if it's my team or not, I just want to be able to give you guys the truth. Because there's some Seahawks fans that think he's going to be like a Pro Bowler right out of the way, and there's also some that think he's going to be absolutely terrible, or they just don't know. But based on size, athleticism, scheme, and everything you got there, I mean, I thought that Gonzalez checked off all the boxes, and for whatever reason, the Seahawks maybe didn't like him as a person. For whatever reason, there was something that maybe he said, or something that they were looking for. Maybe someone that can run man to man or zone, or if they have a certain dime nickel prevent. There had to be something that turned them off, because obviously Gonzalez was the number one guy. Witherspoon wasn't even in the conversation. He was one of the top 5, but not the first guy off the board. You know what I mean? So, and if Seahawks didn't pick him, where would have Witherspoon would have went? Maybe he doesn't even go in the first round, or if he does, maybe he goes in the middle to late first round, not the first 8 picks. Right in the first top 8. So I don't know. And I feel with Gonzalez, he could have easily went top 10. Like if the Seahawks didn't pick him, I think another team would have picked him in the top 10. Based off his talent. But again, just because you get picked at a certain spot doesn't mean you're going to pan out. You might not. So. But from what I've seen and what I've read, he doesn't look very good so far. But again, it's early. But hopefully he can improve. But as far as like Gonzalez, there's way more upside. And Gonzalez reminds me more of a Tariq Woolen or a Sauce Gardner. And I definitely think that if he's not the best corner, I would be very shocked. And it has nothing to do with him going from Oregon, because a lot of times Oregon players don't pan out. I told y'all that LaMichael wasn't going to pan out. D'Anthony wasn't going to pan out. Mariota wasn't going to pan out even when he won the Heisman. And people are like, damn, you really feel that way? You're a Duck person. Why aren't you being bandwagon? But I can't if I don't feel it. It's a man's game. So like Haloti Ngata. I told y'all he was going to pan out, Hall of Fame. He was, and you have to have that. Justin Herbert. I told y'all he's going to be the best Duck of all time. He will be. You have to have the body, the size, the mind, the attitude, the leadership. It's not just because you're an athlete, and maybe that would work in the past, but not anymore. That's my true feeling. So I think reflect, I think too. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah, and sometimes you just want to get your guy. But imagine if they don't pick him, right? They pick Gonzalez, and then they end up picking him later in the second round, and they get both of them. Then what could have happened? Josh Downs will be pretty good, but again, it's that offensive line. It's a caliber of things. Handoff, short game. Yeah. Well, Gibbs, a lot of people question the Lions picks. I like them. I like the picks that the Lions did. I like Dan Campbell. I like biting kneecaps. I like that shit, and I'm rooting for the Lions. Matt in the building. What's good, brother? Yeah, but it shows you. Look at all the quarterbacks and all the players that have been drafted in the last 5 years. A lot of people are busts. It don't matter if you're pick number one or Mr. Irrelevant with Brock Purdy. If you're good and you're in the right system and in the right team, especially if you're on a team that already has great leadership, great management, great owner, great OC, great DC, great head coach, you're in a great position to succeed. Even if your skill set might not be as athletic as other guys, but you saw Brock Purdy made it happen. And he could end up being their starter for the foreseeable future, even though they gave all that money for Trey Lance. So, position is one thing, hard work and attitude is something else. Not everyone's got the hard work and attitude. Some of us are going to grind it out, and I can try to be like a Tom Brady, a perfectionist, and other people are going to be Johnny Football, and they're going to have 0 hours of tape watch if you watch that Johnny Football special. Not everyone is committed to the game. CJ, step up. All right, CJ. They took him out. Davis Mills is in. I was going to say, I think CJ's not in anymore. Yeah, he already replaced him. Now it's Davis Mills. But at least the CJ got a little bit more time than I thought. But anyone thinking that he was going to throw a touchdown pass out of the gates, I thought that was highly unlikely. Good defense there by the Pats. Mills with a nice tackle. Yeah, they probably should have either picked Gonzalez or traded down and accumulated picks. That was very weird to pick someone that not everyone believed in. It's like Jalen Carter, there was some character issues, and if you didn't want him, but you could have gotten him, Witherspoon, like you could have traded down, got a player, and then got an additional pick, and then got another player. And you could have got two starters. Now you got one that might not even pan out. So, and normally the Seahawks, when they had a pick late, they would trade back. So it's like for whatever reason they didn't do it. So exactly. Exactly. And sometimes I have to get in arguments with people, you know what I mean? And like a Sauce Gardner even from last year, if it's like Sauce, Dion, Revis, Ramsey, like, yeah, someone that they have the height, they have the speed, they can play man, they can also play zone, they can do the good back pedal, they got good hands, they're a good tackler, they're a leader, not checking off 2 boxes out of 10 and hope it works out because you're a system guy. That's what they're banking on with Witherspoon. So yeah, true. But you did hit on 4 picks last year. So even if the Witherspoon pick doesn't work out, you guys are still going to make the playoffs. And if Witherspoon doesn't pan out, you still might even win the division. So it's not like, oh, we lost and everything is, done. So you feel me? Let's get to 100 and donos. Let's do it. All right, we're going into the second quarter, 3-0 Patriots. Let's go over a quick stat line real quick. CJ Stroud, 2 for 4 with 13 yards, 0 TDs, 1 pick. Davis Mills, 1 for 2 with 10 yards. And then Bailey Zappi, 6 for 7, 53 yards. He's the real deal. Better than Mac Jones, in my opinion. But again, they'll start Mac, wait for him to fuck up after 5 or 6 games, bench him more than likely, and then maybe go with Zappi. Or maybe they go with Mac for 10 to 13 games, and then the last few they go with Zappi because the season's already over. But I just think Zappi gives you a better chance to win, personally. And it's not like I hate Mac Jones. It's just I don't think the players play hard for him, And sometimes that arm and those throws are questionable. So hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Yeah, I'm thinking 10 to 12 wins for the Seahawks. And I'm thinking 11 to 14 for the Niners. But if they have any injuries, then they can go back to 10 or 11 wins. So it is possible the Seahawks could go 12 and 5, and then the Niners 11 and 6 if they have injuries. So it's possible you could still win it without winning 13, 14 games. Mills? And Mills actually was pretty good, even though that when he came out, and I know they picked CJ Stroud, but Davis Mills' rookie stats and his stats weren't really terrible either. If he had actually a better supporting cast, Davis Mills actually might be able to be something somewhere. Not like an amazing Pro Bowl player, but Davis Mills on the right team, he could probably be a starter. Like if you put Davis Mills on the Niners, I think he could do everything that you were getting from, oh boy. So Brock Purdy, get some steps in. Second down and 20. I don't think Bo Nix is going to be a good quarterback in the NFL, and I'm a Duck fan. So just being honest, he doesn't have it. He's too small. He ain't going to do it, bro. You know what I mean? If Zach Wilson and some of these other guys can't do it, he's not going to be able to do it. Hell, Michael Penix Jr. from Washington's better, and he might not even be able to pan out as the third quarterback taken in the draft. It's like a Richardson. You don't really know if he's going to be able to make it or not. Even with CJ and Bryce looking kind of like, we'll see. We'll see. The only one is if you actually, like Trevor Lawrence, the Justin Fields, and even Fields has a hard time throwing, but he didn't have a true number one. Now he's got DJ Moore. But Lawrence was a phenom, like an Andrew Luck. And that's sometimes what you need to be. You have to have the intangibles. But I think like Drake May, and Caleb Williams, they will pan out. But everyone below them, it's a big question mark. And I think Penix Jr. is better than Bo Nix. I don't think Bo Nix is going to be a starter. He'll be a backup. And if someone gets hurt, he'll get a chance. But I think he'll always be second, third string. And I'm a Duck fan, so that shows you I'm not biased at all. Yeah, 6'3" is okay. He's not 6 foot, but he's not 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". He's a little undersized. And you think about it, is Bo Nix better than Marcus Mariota? No. And if Mariota couldn't make it, what would make you think that Bo Nix can? Just saying. Mariota, is really, it was just injuries that held him back. But Mariota was an athlete. You saw what Mariota did. Hell, we got to a fucking natty with him, right? Mariota is a billion times better than Bo Nix. Like, imagine if Mariota played on the team last year. His stat line would have been a lot better than Bo's, and Bo's was awesome. So you just have to have perspective on it. All right, 3-0 Patriots as we go to a commercial break. Yeah, but again, I could be that biased Duck, guy, or just like every other fan. But of course, if I can be honest and critical and give you an honest opinion, even with my guys, that should get way more respect than a lot of these people that are doing TV, podcasts, and YouTube. And I just don't really think a lot of the guys on the roster are going to pan out. Like Thibodeau, even though he was a freak of nature, he had some hiccups obviously last year. But if you aren't like beast mode, Haloti Ngata, Justin Herbert, if you're not that level, then you're probably not going to pan out in the NFL. Unless you're like, Patrick Chung or one of those guys that plays like corner and whatnot. But if you're a beast, there's going to be a chance. But if you're not, it's probably not going to work out. And even if you win the Heisman, like Mariota, there's no guarantee, especially if it's injuries. Yeah, but I don't think Bo will be very good in the NFL, just to be very honest. But I hope that we do well, this year. I agree, absolutely. You could be small, like a Steve Smith Jr., Steve Smith Sr. You could be small like Steve Smith and still be a dog. It's you got to be able to see what kind of heart that you have, but it's also up here. Are you a dog? Are you willing to fight back? Are you a good route runner? It doesn't matter. Size, race, age. But if you put in that work, but also some people are more athletically gifted as well. Tyquan Thornton coming in. First down and 10. Nice short game. And I don't have Paisley today, so that way I don't feel that bad where I'm like ignoring her for 6 hours straight. So, and then as soon as this game is over, we're gonna pop right into the Seahawks and the Vikings with no rest. So, and I think that one might be more entertaining than this one. Still think there's gonna be points to be had in this one, but I wanted to be able to see C.J. Stroud. Was hoping that he'd do something, but I figured that he'd struggle a little bit. Flag on the play. All right, good to hear. Appreciate you. Normally when you end up starting a stream, you hope that you can get off to a good start with a dono maybe before the stream or in the beginning, not necessarily an hour in. But again, sometimes someone has to get it started, and I do appreciate you very much. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $2 holla. 98 to go. Hopefully we get some goats that will come through in the middle or towards the end of the stream to help us out. Third down and 2 for Thornton. Shotgun set. Screen pass. Good tackle there by the Texans. Stopped them of the first down marker. Strong Jr. with a good tackle. Let me know what you want to see for a photo, and I got you. And hopefully we'll get some more support. Okay, I got you some Richardson. Fourth down and 1. See what kind of punt we get here from the Pats. Oh, he shanked it. Shitty punt. Oh, a decent bounce, though. Decent bounce, though. Wow. All right, let me get you some. Zappy. And there is a chance that Richardson does play better than CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. I know a lot of people are questioning it, including myself, just because the lack of talent are at wide receiver and at tight end. So he might still struggle also, but he might give you more upside with his body and running over guys because Bryce and CJ aren't going to run over anyone. He's got a bigger body that he can run over guys. So he gives you kind of like a Cam Newton dynamic. So there is a chance where he might struggle, and at times he might be booty, right? But then also he's going to make a wow kind of play. And I don't know if you're going to get that out of CJ and Bryce based off body size. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. If he ends up having to run the ball, that he could end up being a dual threat. Big facts. You're only going to get pocket shit for the most unless the pressure is on and then CJ and Bryce are running for their lives. But they're not going to run over anyone in the fucking NFL. But this guy will. Thank you. I appreciate you. First down and 10, New England 3, Houston 0. And again, even in the Hall of Fame game, it started off a little slow. This game's even starting off slower than that Hall of Fame game, but hopefully that we can at least get into the 20s or high teens before the game is over. I mean, we don't want to end the game with a 9-6 score. First down and 10, Davis Mills, halfback toss. Good block up front. Go, go, go. Nice job. Nice. Yes. Second down and 2. Handoff. Hit the hole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. First down, Texans. Any flags? Nice. Move the chains. Mills got right there. Mills is there, and then he got. He over pursued, and then they're grabbing the towel, and he's hanging on for dear life. My boy, Christian Gonzalez, baby. Here we go. Let's get some momentum here. First down and 10. Halfback toss again. Now the Patriots close in. Good defense there. Gonzalez, baby. But New England's always had good corners. It's like throughout their history, they've always had really good secondary pieces. And then the OG Jared Mayo, the linebacker coach, that's awesome. It's always cool when you can get guys to come back home. Second down and 7, play action fake, Mills. Pressure, caught, dropped. Wow. Well, CJ, I mean, he didn't look that good. He took a sack lunch, but that was kind of the offensive line's fault. And then he threw a bad pick. So he only got a couple series, and then he got out. Now it's Davis Mills. But he didn't look good. Zappy looked better than him. But again, this is preseason. So good punch out there by the Pats. Handoff. Short game. Probably about 2 yards there. Yeah. But again, I mean, if you're one of the top guys like Bryce, CJ, Richardson, I think a lot of them have expectations of going down the field and scoring, or at least getting a field goal, and like instead of like doing something bad. So it shows you could throw for a billion touchdown passes at Ohio State, but then you start to realize that the defensive linemen and the outside linebackers are just as fast as you. You can't run away, and you don't got 8 seconds to throw every fucking play like you did at Ohio State. So they'll get the slap in the mouth and they'll realize that, damn, these guys are a little bit better than I thought. Even backups. Halfback toss. Fumble. Oh, someone coughed it up, and it's a turnover. He coughed it up. Robitussin, Dayquil, NyQuil, all the quails. Did they get it back? Wow. Turnover party. Fumble. Fumblerooski. Fumbleaya. It's New England defense. Didn't even catch it. Woo! What a hit. Someone call 911. Bang. All right, I need to go get cough drops and some things for my voice. So give me a sec, and I'll be right back. Take a look at Davis Mills, 2 for 4, 13 yards. Or no, that was C.J. Stroud, 2 for 4, 13 yards and a pick, and then Davis Mills 2 for 4, 22 yards. So limited action, obviously. Mike Boone, Devin Singletary. They got a few guys there that they're giving some carries to. And then Bailey Zappi, 8 for 9 with 59 yards. He's looked the best out of anybody. And then Jalen Mills had the pick. So we just need to be able to get a little bit more out of both of these teams. Davis Mills long neck. Neckosaurus. All right, baby. Here we go. First down and 10. Thornton with a nice throw. Short game. Yeah, very slow first half. I mean, no one wants to fucking watch a game where it's 3-0, let's be honest. And I was hoping CJ Stroud was going to play at least the first half, but obviously they're trying to protect him. They don't want him to get hurt, but also you don't want him to not play enough and get fucking destroyed in the first month of the season. Second down and 6. Handoff. Oh, big hit. Gang tackle. Sit down. It's a dog pile. Mike Glenn. I'm familiar. He had his moments for the Bucks. Third down and 8. Zappy, go. Incomplete. All right, Patriots with the punt. It's a punt party. Come on, we need points. We don't want to end this game 9-6 or 6-3. Come on, man. If I knew it was going to be like this, I might have not even done this game. I would have just done the Seahawks and the Vikings and whatnot. But you got to put in that hard work. You got to put in that energy. Fourth down and 8. Patriots with the punt. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, touchback. $2. Let's get to a hundo. 98 to go. And I'll throw up some photos just while we're waiting. If anyone has rookies that they want to be able to see on the screen, from your favorite team, let me know. And in between the commercial breaks, if we don't have any donos to do that for, I'll just do it on my own for you guys. And then hopefully we'll get the proper people to come through to show the support. But we'll go back to the Richardson photos. And if there's something that you want to see from your favorite team, your favorite rookie, offense or defense or special teams, let me know. That way it'll just give us some time to, as we're waiting for the commercials to end, that I can keep busy. What's good, brother? Alan in the building. We damn boys. How are you, bro? What's good? I missed you. And I appreciate you, Sarah, getting us going. And hopefully, we'll get others to follow suit. That's one thing that Richardson has that CJ and Bryce don't. They are more pure passers, but Richardson is the better athlete. So sometimes if you can be that athlete, that can benefit. But again, it all depends if you can keep healthy, so you can use your body as a weapon, and run over guys and elude defenders and be like a Cam Newton. But also the take from that is that when it gets tough to throw, can Richardson throw the ball and make the throws with accuracy like CJ and Bryce could in college? That's the question mark. So you might not be able to get the throwing ability, but you are going to get the athlete. And maybe with the athlete, that might end up getting him more points to extend first downs so he doesn't have to throw the ball that much. He can be like a two-way guy. So, old carpet. That sounds like a fun project. Let's go. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Can we get a touchdown, please? Fuck. Mills, there we go. That was the best play of the game. First down, Patriots. I feel I've only said that like 4 times all day today. Can we get some multiple first downs in a row, please? But if it keeps going like this, I mean, obviously this will end before 7, and I actually might get a little bit of a break, but I have everything synced up. So handoff, gain of about 4 or 5 there. There's definitely going to be, like I said, growing pains, and there is a possibility that maybe CJ Bryce and Richardson, they might not ever get to the point where the fans want them to get. So but we can hope that they can keep progressing properly. But again, sometimes you have to be more than just the athlete. You got to have the right head coach. You got to have the right OC. You have to have the right weapons. Because if you saw with Trevor Lawrence, if you would have had Urban Meyer still there, Trevor still hasn't developed. But since they got rid of him, made the right decision, brought in Dougie P and got those wide receivers in free agency and actually built it up. That's what the results that you finally got, the Trevor Lawrence that we saw in high school and college. But if Urban Meyer was there, Trevor Lawrence would probably be a bum. He would just be like another quarterback like these other guys, like a Zach Wilson, even though we know he had that big potential. But you don't want Trevor Lawrence to turn into Marcus Mariota or Jameis Winston. We want him to be good, like an Andrew Luck. But it shows you got to have help. You can't do it by yourself. Facts. Yeah, NFL Network. But if you send me a message, I can send you a link for the game if you need one. All you gotta do is send me a message on Instagram or Twitter, and I can hook you up. But if you do have NFL Network, then you can just watch it on NFL Network if you have cable or satellite. 3-0 New England. Come on now. Second down and 7. Mills. Little check down. Shake and bake. Good defense. He took a pop right there. Now it's 3rd down and 1. I think the Patriots should be able to keep this drive alive. Maybe if the defense keeps playing like that. But if the Texans keep having that Uncle Mo, maybe we can get them on the board. I got you, bro. All right. I got you, bro. Fourth down and one. Definitely Butterfingers. Yeah, it's big. Like I said, I've been walking usually about 2 hours a day. I don't have Paisley today, and I had a lot of prep to do. But I mean, I'm doing is eating like vegetables and rice and noodles, and just eating from home. I haven't had any fast food in 3 weeks, a month. So you'd be really surprised if you don't eat fast food, like what happens to your body, and like if you actually exercise and you put in effort, that you can drop weight. It's just about being disciplined. Of course, fast food and other food tastes good, but and it also depends on portions. If you eat until you can't move, or if you just eat until you get full, that too. But that's good. I know you've been cutting back on a lot of things like I have. So, it's trying to cut back on booze, trying to cut back on, different types of foods. I mean, I love Flavortown as much as anybody, and tomorrow will be the first day that I'm going to eat something that's, not a home cooked meal. So, in a minute. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I ballooned, during COVID, and I gained probably 50 pounds, during COVID in like a 2 year period and stuff. So, I'm trying to go from that 250, 265 that I was at. Now I'm down to like 210. So I need 10 more pounds to get to 200. And then if I can get to like 185 to 200, then that's perfect. So Zappy eludes the pressure, but then gets taken down on third down and 5. Yeah. I'm going to do breadsticks. I'm going to do salad, soup, and then I'll probably do chicken Alfredo. I've been really craving that. Or maybe I'll get something with shrimp in it or something, like shrimp Alfredo, but maybe I'll just do chicken. I don't know. I usually like to do in the chicken Alfredo, but maybe your boy will mix it up. I just don't like, usually I don't get shrimp from Olive Garden, I'll go get shrimp from somewhere else. Fourth down and 6. Patriots with the punt. Go, go. Behringer with the punt. First down and 10. Mills, quick pass. Go, 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 go. First down, Texans. Move chains. There we go. That was the most exciting play of the day. Let's go. Nice job, Tank Dell. First down and 10. Getting close to the 2 minute warning. Handoff. Slips. Gets up. Go to the sideline. There you go. Good effort. Yeah, I agree. Nice. I envy you. That's where I want to be. 185 to 200. 2 minute warning. 3-0. New England. I'll throw up a Tank Dell photo while we're waiting. And if you got any rookies that you want to see, or let me know. So that way, at least I can stay busy. There you go. Just about, putting in that effort, changing your diet, and exercising. Yeah, you just have to be able to be addicted to something good. Everyone gets addicted, to bad things, alcohol and other things, right? But if you can get addicted to working out, and actually walking and doing things like that, that's when you end up losing weight. When you can actually be strong, be dedicated, focused, and you push yourself. Keeping yourself accountable. The hardest thing to do in life is holding yourself accountable. But once you do it, it becomes a routine and a pattern. Then it becomes something that you actually want to do instead of something that you dread doing. Facts. Like I can't go a day without walking. Like it's just not going to happen. Like I have to go for 2 or 3 walks a day, and if I don't, then I got to do one walk for like an hour or at least 45 minutes. 2 minute warning. Let's go. Megan with a fiver. Thank you so much. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Go Hawks. Let's go. $5 holla. Thank you so much for your generosity. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I got you. I appreciate your generosity very, very much. Absolutely. It will kill your gains and make you fat. It will. And especially if you do it often, like every day. I mean, hell, I was at a point where I was drinking almost every day on the stream and drinking a lot. And, especially if you're not working out, it's one thing if you're drinking and you're working out, but if you're drinking and you're not working out and you're eating bad, yeah, then you can easily, gain 20 pounds sooner than later, like faster than you would think. Absolutely. $7. Let's get to a hundo. 93 to go. Oh, no worries. I just appreciate that you did any. Honestly, thank you so much. I mean, we've had big streams, where we've hit 100 to 1,500, and then we've had some where we've hit 20 or less. Shit, we've had some where we hit zero. So I have as much gratitude than anyone on planet Earth. So, the people that are going to support are going to support when they can. The people that aren't, they just never will. It's just how it is, you know. Yeah. I've never really been a booze person either. Never smoked cigarettes. Never did, I never really been, where I had to have shots or I had to have beer every day. Like it's not really like that. Now I do like, dispensaries here in Oregon. That's kind of like my go-to. But even then, I don't have to do that necessarily every day like some people. So I mean, I'm working so much, and I'm spending so much time with Paisley and exercising that usually at night I get sleepy. I don't need like anything to assist my sleep. We're almost at halftime. Boring first half. Just keeping it real. 3-0. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, if I knew it was going to be 3-0, I wouldn't have done this game. But I was hoping CJ was going to do good. It's football, so I'm always going to be excited regardless. But 3-0 is unacceptable for football fans. We didn't wait all year to see a fucking 3-0 first half. Shotgun set for Davis Mills. Here we go. Go. Oh, we're going to get a score. We're going to get a score. Texans are going to tie it or take the lead. Let's go. Nice. Looking good. Eddie in the building. What's good? And then Sarah, the other Eddie, was in the room earlier, but I think he dipped out and left. The other Colt fan, Eddie James. Ends up, back shoulder. Bobbled. Touchdown. Texans. Wow. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. We needed that. Finally. Let's watch it again. Look at back shoulder. He bobbles it. It goes in the air. How is it not picked? The guy falls down, and then it lands in his leg. And then, oh, my God, he got it. But it was his leg out of bounds, though. His leg was out of bounds, though. Yeah, he's out of bounds. That's not a touchdown. Because when he's bobbling it, he's already out of bounds, isn't he? Where does he have control? Maybe he is in bounds, barely. Maybe that is a touchdown by like inches, by the grass before his leg got moved. So maybe that is a touchdown. Wow. So he bobbles it, goes in the air, should have been a pick. Now gets it on his leg. The other defender comes in, and right before he goes out of bounds with the leg. So I would say that is a touchdown. Yep, and they agree. Wow. Finally a tutty. Extra point is up, and it's good. 7-3. Texans, finally. I was about to say, I didn't recognize that jersey. I haven't seen you wear that one ever or not in a long time. Very cool. Finally, a touchdown and a cool play. Like we've been waiting all game, or we could see maybe CJ Stroud do something like that. But better late than never. The sports gods must have heard me. They're like, well, this game fucking sucks. It's boring. I wasn't even going to do this game. And then boom, like 2 plays later, right? The guy that we were just talking about with the Tank Dell, right? We just put up photos of him, and then he comes up with a spectacular catch. So maybe the sports gods are listening to your boy. Huh? That is a little odd. Nice job. We can thank Finley for that one, for bringing him up. See, if Finley didn't have this comment right here about Tank Dell, maybe we don't get that touchdown. And then I complained that the game is boring and I wouldn't have done it. And I would have just done the Seahawk game. And then all of a sudden the sports gods were like, hey, we know you love to work. We know you love to grind, right? And then boom, we get a spectacular top 10 play of the day. Nice hit. Yeah, that was awesome. Tank Dell with a motherfucking touchdown. Let's go, baby. He said good throw from long neck. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we're getting into halftime, so I'll throw up some Seahawk photos and whatnot. So absolutely, I'll get you here in just a second. We got like 6 seconds left. Nathan in the building. What's good? I'm doing good. How are you? We were waiting for some touchdowns, and we finally got at least one. All right, we're at the half. JJ Taylor, short gain, halftime. All right, let's get some photos up. What do you want to see for the photos. I can put the one of you, and then you got some Seahawks players that you want. Let me know, and I got you. So, you want the regulars or? Hey, but if it wasn't for Finley bringing up Tank Dell, and then I brought up the photos, and then boom, we get an amazing touchdown, 7-3 Texans. Okay. So for whatever reason on the Instagram, it won't let me pull up the photo on there that you sent. I have to like open it up, but I can just go to your Instagram and I should be able to pull it from there. See if it lets me. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. No, it won't let me pull it. It won't let me pull. If you send it to me on Twitter, I can pull it from there. But I can get you some photos of your favorites. Cross and the regulars. Let's do that. Go Hawks. There you go. You do. Well, like I said, a lot of us are hardcore fans and we follow the draft and we know of the guys that are not in the first round. Some people do, some people don't. And it's good to know those second, third, fourth, fifth rounders, because every once in a while they're a third round talent, but they maybe could have went first or second round, right? And go from there. So all right, let's get some photos up here for Megan. 7-3 Texans. What did CJ Stroud do good today? Nothing. The shit was way too vanilla for him. And the O line did his shitty job, and he got sacked, and he threw a terrible pick. That's just being honest. Don't sugarcoat it just because he fucking went to Ohio State and everything. If he would have went for a touchdown or two, yeah, great game for CJ. That's what we wanted. That's what we expected. But when you play like this, I mean, it's not all his fault. It's the OC, the O line, the receivers, and also him with the decision making. Don't sugarcoat it. He played like shit. I want to get you a behind the scenes their practice photo too. Like I said, don't be surprised if Cross makes a Pro Bowl or All Pro this year. He has the potential to be a Hall of Fame player. He's that good, So I definitely like watching O line, D line, things like that. So okay, cool. I got it now. Thank you, Megan. All right, let me do a. I'll send it to Sarah, and then I can pull it from there. You're ready. You got plenty of jerseys to choose from today. And obviously, another connection that we have is that Seattle Seahawks and Tampa Bay Buccaneers came in at the same damn time, 1976. So that's another common ground that we have. Looking good. She's ready. Lots of Hawks fans already. I had quite a few of them message me like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Of course." They're going to be good. I got nothing to look forward to for my team. So I'm gonna invest a lot more time in the Niners and the Seahawks this year and the West Coast team, the Chargers, Raiders. I'm gonna get you some of your regulars too. I'm gonna throw a DK Metcalf up just for good measure, since we're just at halftime anyways. Like I said, I'd rather would work and continue to click buttons and do things rather than sit and just wait. I think it's just that work ethic that I had since I've been like 12 years old. I just don't like sitting around. I'd rather make the most of my time. You already know he's going to dominate. Jackson, Smith, Najigba. Yeah, there's no Adam Thielen, so there's going to be room. No Dalvin Cook either. Addison's going to have a chance to shine at some point. And then we'll see when this game gets close, and obviously if I have to cut it off, a couple minutes early just to start the next stream, I have everything prepped, so I just got to be able to get in there. But I don't want to miss the beginning of that game. We've already seen what we're going to see out of this particular game, so because the other game is supposed to start around 7-ish, so a couple more minutes until we get started. So many games on Saturday too. Titans, Bears, Jets, Panthers, Eagles, Ravens, Chargers, Rams. So I'll have to decide if I want to end up doing a football or if I end up doing the Mariners. I guess it just depends on the support, the views, and the possible donos and whatnot. Because if I'm not going to get the support doing a certain NFL preseason game, I'd rather do the Mariners. So especially since we're hot right now with a 7-game win streak, and it looks like the Mariners are a playoff team or right on the cusp. So we'll do a poll probably on the weekend, and I'll try to see what we're going to do. And obviously, we have the day off today. That's why I'm not doing the Mariners today. But I mean, I typically would like to lean towards football, but it all depends on what we're getting in return as far as results, people showing up and whatnot. So, but we do play the Orioles tomorrow, but I'm going to be out. And then on Saturday, we play the Orioles at 6:40 on FS1, and it's George Kirby. So maybe I end up doing the Mariners on Saturday instead of those preseason matchups, unless I do a preseason game and then the Mariners after. But I really only want to do that if it's worth it, because then I could just do reaction videos instead. So, and then the Mariners play on Sunday, and that'll be at 1, and that's Bryce Miller. So George Kirby and Bryce Miller on the weekend. So I might go that route. But then on NFL, what do we got? So Saturday, Colts, Bills, Titans, Bears, Jets, Panthers, Jags, Cowboys, Eagles, Ravens. Eagles, Ravens, I would consider doing. And then we got Chiefs, Saints on Sunday morning. I would do that. And then obviously I could do the Mariner game after. So those are the ones I'm looking at. Chiefs, Saints on Sunday, and Eagles, Ravens maybe on Saturday, possibly. And then obviously the Mariners as well. So we'll see. It's all good, Jacob. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so I was actually, well, I'm doing, I've been prepping like all day for like the thumbs and everything. So I am going to do reaction videos this season and moving forward, because I'm no longer with my ex-girlfriend. I don't have limitations on, I can only stream from like 4 o'clock or later, because we were sharing that space in that room, and she works from home and I'm no longer there. So now I can do reaction videos, but instead of doing the reaction videos late, I'm already going to be doing 6, 7 hours straight. So I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning, and then I'll do a reaction video to this game, and I'll do a reaction video to the Seahawks and the Vikings. So no problem. Appreciate you. All right, we're back. Go, go, go. First down, Patriots. Now their audio is fucked up. What's up with New England's broadcast team? Like they lose Tom Brady and then they lose what? Everything, including their audio? I mean, is that what happens? Sounds terrible. It's like, you're on NFL Network and you're like globally on, and this is the audio that you're providing on NFL Network. It's terrible. I appreciate that. And that's where we're going to gain ground, because some people don't go into live streams. You have to be kind of a part of it. Sometimes people aren't searching for those things, or they have their favorite person, but with reaction videos, people can watch them at any time of day or night. And, I'm going to give you all my energy, give you some stats, give you some information, and make it entertaining. And that's where we're going to get, subs. We'll end up getting subs that way, and that'll get us over 20,000. And then once we get over 20,000 before the end of the year, hopefully, then at that point we can, keep, that momentum going. Zappy, a little check down. Here we go. Nice throw. Second down and 1. Handoff. There we go. First down, Patriots. Move the trains. God, fix your audio, NFL Network. Jesus Christ. So I don't want to listen to a game when they're calling it when it sounds like you're a fucking jet fighter doing audio up in the air, crackling and all bullshit. Handoff. Good gang tackle, though, by the Texans. Absolutely. You know it. We got a guy down. Hopefully he's okay. That's all about the love of the game. You know it. Exactly. Very well said. Nice. Fix your audio, NFL Network. $7. Let's get to a hundo. 93 to go. Second down and 10. Oh, almost fumbled. Yeah. Third down. Let's get some points, God damn it. 7-3. Butte. Third down and 7. Third down and 7. Shotgun set. Pressure up the middle. Pump fake. Go, go, go. Sliding. I don't think he got it, though. See where the placement is. 4th down. Patriots going for it. 4th down and 1. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed. Didn't get it. Good defense by the Texans. All right, sounds good. Have a good one. Go Hawks. Offensive line did a terrible job for New England there. Case Keenum again, huh? Play action fake. Little drop down. Ooh, good tackle. Good tackle. Second down and 9. Handoff. Right up the gut. Still pumping his legs for a couple more yards. 3rd down. Roberts is like, my helmet. 3rd down and 6. Let's go. Shotgun set. Keenum. There we go. 1st down. Patriots. No. 1st down. Texans. We got to get at least to one team to 20. Michael Williams, I did read about that. He was on the track team, right? 1st down and 10. Halfback toss. Flag on the play. That one's coming back. Another flag comes rolling in. First down and 10. Keenum. Nice catch by the tight end with a short game. Fago with the tackle. Second down and 3. Little bootleg, floater, open, caught, a 10. Ooh, took a big pop. First down, Texans. Move the chains. Looks like they're going to score here. Good play. Good positive yardage. Takes a pop right there. Pow! Spun around. First and goal. Fade route. Oh, just out of reach. Second down and goal. Let's go. Hand off, right up the gut. Oh! Did he get it? Just short of the touchdown. Texans are threatening. Oh, they're going to get it. Third down and goal. See if New England's defense can step up or not. Half off to the fullback. Is he in? Touchdown, Texans. Finally. I went to the fullback. Nice play call. Smart play call. A New England Bill Belichick type of play call. Nice job. Or a Josh McDaniels call back in the day. See what the extra point looks like. Extra point is up. And it is no good. At least they got the touchdown. Nice. All right, at least the audio is fixed. Always, man. Always. Yeah, if I knew it was gonna be like this, I wouldn't have done this game. But, you know, it is what it is. I was just gonna do the one game, but you gotta be able to feel it out, see who's gonna show up, who's gonna support. Sometimes you don't know who's gonna come through and whatnot, so you don't really know until you actually, do the stream, so. Handoff, rumbling and a bumbling for a couple extra there. But this Patriot preseason network or whatever is fucking terrible. At least they fixed their audio, but yeah, their audio has gone out what 4 times already in this fucking broadcast. Oh, good defense there. And then of course they have Jason and Devin McCourty talking right now. I don't give a shit. Like we don't care. Go back to the game. We don't care. Twin cast, stupid. That's what you get when you get a Patriot broadcast. Garbage. Third down. Third down and 6. Step up in the pocket. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is. Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Flag on the play. God, what the fuck are they talking about? Hopefully, this is the only Patriot preseason game that I do all preseason. These guys are terrible. Golly, terrible. First down and 10. Good tackle. Sit down. Second down and 10. There we go. A little short gain of about 5. Yeah, the running game has been terrible. Very vanilla today. Just like these announcers. Terrible. Third down and 6. McSorley running for his life. Go, 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 go. Oh, he reached for it. I don't think he got it though. Well, it better be because I don't want to get fucking brain dead watching these two games. I assume that the Seahawks Vikings one will be much better. And honestly, let's think about it. No one really gives a shit about these two teams. The only thing that we really cared about is CJ Stroud. No one gives a shit about either one of these teams unless you're a fan. But it's more of a kind of a boring matchup. At least the Vikings and Seahawks have a little bit more excitement, and they're playoff teams compared to these two teams that aren't playoff teams. 4th and 3. All right. Hopefully this gets a little bit better as we get closer to the fourth quarter, but we might have to wait until the Vikings and Seahawks come on. So we'll see how it goes. First down and 10. Shotgun set. Case Keenum, nice pass. Not caught though. Incomplete. Yeah, I imagine we'll see some of them for sure. God, the flow of this game is making me want to go get a drink or go to the fucking dispensary. It's like let's get some more action here. But I guess when you have two shitty teams, this is what you get in return. You get a shitty game. You don't really get a whole lot. But we did get one spectacular catch for the touchdown before the half, right? But besides that, it's been kind of terrible, just being honest. Yeah, I got a lot of them that try to follow me on Twitter. It's annoying. X. Third down and 7. Bob's Discount Furniture Studio. Like, why are we listening to this guy? So stupid. God, if I was a Patriot fan, I'd be embarrassed. I'd just turn it off. Third down and 7. Shotgun set. Keenum. Pressure. Floater. Caught. And almost a first down. Oh, God. Bob's Discount Furniture Studio. Nobody cares. I've seen a lot of preseason games. This has got to be honestly one of the worst broadcasting overall. Like, you know, like what is this? No one gives a shit, Paul. I mean, if you want to be bored to death, keep listening, I guess, to this guy. Fuck. Flag on the play. Terrible. Oh, for sure he will be. Neutral zone infraction. Automatic first down. Oh, come on. First down and 10. Handoff. Gain of a couple. At least we're getting closer to the fourth quarter here. Second down and 6. Good tackle by New England for a short game. Third down and 6. Keenum. There we go. Fourth down. MSU in the building. What's good? I mean, the Orioles are a really good team this year. So, but we're the hottest team since July 1. So I definitely think we do have a chance, to keep things moving. I mean, the way that we've been playing, we might be able to get to 90 wins. So, but if you would have asked me a month ago, it didn't look that good, but we got hot at the right time. Fair catch. $7. Let's get to Hundo. 93 to go. Yeah, but I definitely think that we can win a few games in that series for sure. For what? Dispensary, beer? What kind of prices? What are we talking? No, I'm in Beaverton, near like Nike headquarters. Eugene is about an hour and a half away. All right, please get to the fourth quarter so we can get into the other game, that which will be much, much better. I just really anticipated more than 13-3, but you live and you learn, you know what I mean? I guess my love for CJ Stroud in college, I wanted to be able to put the grind on and whatnot, but at this point, I'm only going to be selective about preseason games moving forward for the rest of the games, and then I'll do primarily pick. There we go. At least we got a little energy here. Mills again. Go, go, go. Oh, that was earlier. Tricked you. Um, but I'm going to do, primarily Mariners. And then, like I said, I'll be selective, but I'm not going to do two games again like this, because if it's got to be, if the flow of the game is going to be like this, it's just really not worth it. But I will do a reaction video to this game, and then I'll do one for the game later today as well. So I'll try to do reaction videos to a lot of the preseason games, but some of the games are just not going to be worth doing. But the Mariners have the day off, so I figured that's why I did too. But when we get into this situation again, I'm just going to do one game. I'm not going to do two unless the matchups are like really, really good, like Saints and Chiefs or Eagles Ravens. Wow. Oh, grocery prices expensive as shit. Not as expensive as you probably though in Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii prices are going to be much, much more expensive. So, all right, end of the third quarter. Fuck, thank God. All right, one more quarter. Patriots preseason network is fucking terrible. Literally the worst preseason broadcast crew I've seen in my entire life. Like that whole McCourty Bros thing, and then with everything that they got going on with Discount Bob's furniture bullshit, like literally, and then their audio cut out like four times. Like that was it's making me want to go drink. It really is. That's how terrible it is, and I don't drink. And then the next game starts on NFL Network right after this one. And luckily, I did all my prep. And so when we get into this, not only is the thumbnail going to be a little bit better, but we're going to have better action. We got two teams that are going to more than likely be playoff teams. And I've learned my lesson. Sometimes, you got to be able to test the waters and think, well, maybe this one will be pretty good. My love for the game of football, got the best of me. But we have had a couple plays. But you don't watch a preseason game or an NFL game for two fucking plays and terrible announcing and terrible bullshit that they got going on with their audio and video. So you live, you learn, and I definitely will be avoiding Patriot preseason games and Patriot games in general for the future, unless they're on Monday night, Sunday night, and Thursday night. Terrible. And I'm just keeping it real. But at least we have this to look forward to. 36-hour drive. You making a visit? Yeah, I love Oregon. I don't see myself leaving Oregon ever. It's beautiful here. A lot of other people, they have no, trees, no mountains, no lakes. It's like if you really need good mental health, you got to be able to go places, not have like buildings everywhere. And the nature is the best out here in Oregon and Washington in the country. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else. All right, 13-3. Half of the Patriot fan base has already fell asleep at the game. They're in Gillette. Come on now, wake everyone up. Third down and 22 in their own end zone. Shotgun set. McSorley. Caught. Tyreek Pitts with the catch. Oh, out of bounds. Couldn't get those feet down. Yeah. But I mean, if you've seen pictures of the Pacific Northwest, not including Portland with like the bums and the crazy shit that you see on the news that they try to do propaganda like, oh, all of Oregon looks like Portland. No. I mean, you're talking about one part of a city and the rest of Oregon is just fucking beautiful. Hawaii would be too expensive for me to live. But you grew up there, so you don't, you're good. You grew up in that environment, but I'm not going to go from Oregon to Hawaii. Yeah. I mean, I like walking. I like, nature, the birds, the animals, with my Paisley pup. I like to be able to, see nature, dog parks. I like to go mountain skiing, snowboarding, go to the beach, which is only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Mountains are an hour and a half to 2 hours away. Camping, 2 to 3 hours in any direction. So it's like you really have everything at your disposal that's like 2 hours or 3 hours away, north, south, east, or west. And then if you want to go to a Blazer game, 30 minutes away. You want to go to a Duck game or a Beaver game, an hour and a half away. I mean, it's doable. Like you can go to the beach for a day and come home and sleep in your own bed. It's pretty nice. And it's like you're not in the car for fucking like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Because I know some people they don't have like places like that close by. It's like if you're gonna go see water, you're gonna have to drive like 8 hours, or you have to like stay there or get a hotel or whatever. That would be annoying. So sometimes you want to just sleep in your own bed. Second down and 6. Good gang tackle there. Third down. They just did the buzzer to wake everyone up in the stadium. Everyone's sleeping. But I've watched I don't know how many thousands and thousands football games, and this broadcast crew and this Patriot preseason, literally, this is the worst I've seen ever in my life. I hope they improve. Jesus Christ, it's terrible. Third down and 4. Shotgun set. Keenum, did he catch it? First down. Texans. Bill is like, what did I do? It's like, I need to retire. This team sucks. I need Tom Brady. I need Gronk. That's got to be a rude awakening to be like one of the best teams, like one of the best coaches, even though they cheated. And then now you're just ass. You're just straight booty cheeks, the left and the right one. You are terrible. And everyone's going to beat you, the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills. Like, I don't think anyone thinks the Patriots are going to get third. You would think even if the Jets and the Dolphins struggle, they should still be better than the Pats. Embarrassing. Man, terrible. Second down and 4. We better fucking get a better game in that Seahawks and that Vikings. I can't go. I mentally, I cannot go through another shitty game after having this one. Wake up, everyone! This game sucks. Oh, golly. Belichick is going to make all these motherfuckers run so many goddamn suicide lines and just drills and squats and bench press and just run, 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 run. You'll be like, 3 fucking points at home? I'm Bill Belichick. Yeah. Well, they already have realized, how shitty they are once Brady left. Like, you're not making the playoffs ever again. You know what I mean? So it's unless something drastically happens and you get another franchise QB, but it ain't fucking Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you had your 20 years of grace, you're done. And then it's like the bandwagon fans, some of them left and went to be Bucks fans because of Brady because they didn't want losing. You know, losing is a part of life. You had 20 years. Don't be greedy. First down and 10. But I mean, I imagine some Pats fans, they just want it for their whole life. They got a taste of it, and then now they don't know what to do with themselves. This game is sponsored by Bootios. They make sure that you stay booty. Definitely one of the, you know, one of the games that you kind of just are waiting for it to get over with. Imagine paying $500 or $600 to watch this. Like, you're a Pats fan and you paid $600, $1,000 for this. You paid money for this, hard-earned money for this. Jesus Christ. Well, you got to remember, Belichick came, with a lot of lineage. You know what I mean? With Bill Parcells, he was there, with the Giants with Lawrence Taylor. So Belichick isn't a dummy. He's very, very good. But again, being a defensive guy and a defensive coordinator and coach, but you got to be able to have offensive pieces, and clearly they don't. And you also had arguably the best quarterback of all time and arguably one of the top four tight ends of all time. That helps. That helps. Shotgun set. Oh, tip pass incomplete on third down. Yeah, I'm already ready for that game as well. Oh, Lions fans are real. Hell, I've been I'm not a fan like just Lions, but that's the number one team that I root for every year, and it has been that way for the last 20. Because like I said, I hate teams that continually, just suck, and they don't. You want to see some growth there. There we go, touchdown Texans. They're just going to eliminate the New England Patriots from the NFL altogether after this game. Terrible. But like, I love rooting for underdogs, and normally it would be like the Jags, the Jets, and the Lions. But now the Jags have Lawrence, and they're the best team in the South. I don't need to root for them anymore. And the Jets, I'm not really a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, so I don't need to worry about them anymore. They'll be improved. But with the Lions, it's kind of like still unproven. Last time they made the playoffs, it was like 2003, or last time they won was like 2001. It's been a long fucking time. So I want to see them have some success. I would love for them to win the division or get a wild card. Extra point, and it's good. 22-3 Texans. And with nothing coming from CJ Stroud, and they still won 20-3. New England is terrible. Definitely wish that Stroud would have played better, but it's a learning experience. And sometimes it's a harsh reality. You think you're the man. You think you're the man. You think you're the man. Then you get to the NFL, and then you realize, damn, I'm not the man. I was so good in college, but these defensive linemen and O linemen are just as fast as me. It's a rude awakening, a slap to the face. Hell, you can win the Heisman like Marcus Mariota and just have injuries and never pan out. Or Jameis Winston. I mean, in this league, it's tough. Doesn't matter if you have all that success in college. Let them know, Sarah. Yeah, and that's the best thing that you guys have done in a long time. And I really, really do like Dan a lot. They say that, oh, he might be a meathead or, he might not understand, but he's got passion. People will play hard for him. And how many coaches are going to get down on all fours and do push ups and do drills with the players? Like probably five coaches in the entire NFL, and he's one of them. And he's intense. And sometimes you might not be the brightest, but he's got other guys on the staff to help him out on some of the analytics and some of the other things that maybe he's lacking. So if I can get a guy who's genuine, real, passionate, that's actually going to do the drills with me rather than a guy that is just like a smart guy, that's not going to do those things. I'm going to ride or die for a Dan Campbell because I appreciate that he's actually doing the work with me. He doesn't have to, and that will make me respect him more, and then you get more effort out of those players. So I'm a Dan Campbell guy, and I always will be. I love that guy, man. And like I said, it's just a matter of time where people realize that Goff is good, and on top of that, he's underrated. And then you got a lot of other players after, Jameson Williams and the suspension. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is already one of the top 6 wide receivers in the NFL or top 7. And there's a chance if the, targets are there, he could have a top 5 season. Yeah, there's Devontae Adams and Tyreek and Cooper Kupp and Jay Jetta and Jamar Chase, but we need to put Amon-Ra St. Brown's name with those guys. And Sarah will know, I will know, and a lot of y'all will know if you actually watch the games. You understand that he is good. Very, very underrated. Like he's on the peak of superstardom. It's just that the Lions need to make the playoffs a couple of years to get the pub. And then if that happens and Goff goes up, from being maybe a top 15 quarterback to maybe top 12, and then he can work his way up and then maybe be like the number 10 quarterback at one point or another if he's there. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown going from maybe like number 7, number 6, and then moving up to maybe number 5 one day. I don't think that's that crazy to think. Or hell, maybe even number 4. I mean, at some point, Devontae Adams and some of these other guys, they're going to start sliding down a spot or 2, and then it'll make room for a guy to go up a spot or 2. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is that guy. So, yeah, with Hooker. Hendon Hooker. Yeah, Goff is, you're not going to Hooker can't beat out Goff. I mean, to me, Goff is a, 11 through 15 ranked quarterback right now. Sometimes he plays like a top 8. Sometimes he plays like a top 20, but most of the time he's a top 15 quarterback. But, I've seen games where he looks like number 10, number 11, number 12 quarterback, like in that Kirk Cousins kind of realm where it's good, sometimes bad. But as of late, it's been pretty fucking good. It's just because he's Jared Goff and he's on the Lions and they don't get love. But, I mean, I would take Jared Goff on my team, That's if that means anything, he's right there with Carr and Cousins and those guys that are just on the edge of being, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Facts. I mean, hell, I might even take Goff over Cousins and Carr, and that's saying something because those guys are usually right on the outside of the top 10 or right at the top 10. So I've always liked Goff. So, but again, some people have but guys that they like and others they don't. So. All right, 7 minutes to go, so we can actually get into a good game. Keeper, keeper, keeper. There we go. That was a nice play. Yeah, Malik. Yep. But I know initially, if you don't have the right personnel, like Dan Campbell is going to fail. You got to be able to have the right guys, and you have to believe. You actually have to believe that you can, and maybe Rodgers being in that division, it crushed a lot of the hopes. And then you saw how good the Vikings are with Jay Jetta. It's like the Bears and Lions are like, fuck, how are we supposed to compete with that? But now Jordan Love is there. There's wiggle room. And no Adam Thielen, no Dalvin Cook. So there's going to be wiggle room, for the Lions to win the division or get second place. They're not going to finish in third and fourth every year now moving forward. You know, and they're ahead of the Bears in my opinion. And I honestly think that the Packers still have a lot of talent, but there's wiggle room. And the Vikings still could win the division. They'll probably be the favorites, but they're not as good as last year. Their team has been broken up a little bit, so there's wiggle room. So the Lions definitely have a chance to win the division. Try to get to 10 wins. And I think the most that the Lions could get is maybe 11, but that would be if everything goes right in the division and there's injuries and whatnot. But hopefully they can end up getting more than 9 wins and make a wild card. That's what I would love. And at the end of the season, the Lions were pretty hot. If they would have made the playoffs last year, I think they would have won a game. That's how good they were playing at the end of the year. Second down and 13. 5:50 left from the worst game in professional sports. There we go, keeper. Oh, ripped his helmet off. That's a flag. Jesus Christ. Trying to rip his head off. Malik Cunningham got decapitated. Helmet went flying. Well, he was doing okay until his neck got wrenched. Automatic first down. What is Francis doing right here? Oh, my God, look at that. Rips it all the way off. It's like, didn't Shady McCoy have one of those back in the day where he got his head twisted all the way around? Jesus Christ, dude. You want to give him neck surgery? Golly. That was a bad one. I've seen a lot of face masks. That's definitely one of the worst I've seen. Jesus Christ. First down and 10. Cunningham still stays in there. He said, fuck it. You want to break my neck? I'm still in there. There we go. Cunningham is strong. Now you start seeing a little bit of energy. You can see different feel of the anticipation, the energy, and you can tell when you got a guy that's going to bounce in his step, guys are going to play a little bit harder. When you get a guy like Mac Jones where he's kind of boring, he doesn't really give you a whole lot of life or emotion, then they're maybe not going to play as hard for him when they're struggling. But when you get a guy that's got a little bounce in his step and if you're doing kind of shitty, they're still working hard for you, and you can see that with Cunningham, and you definitely can see that with Zappy too. Well, that's 3 hours of my life I'm not going to get back. All right, let's fast forward the clock. All right, so that way I can get prepped for the game that actually will be good tonight. We will never do a New England Patriot preseason game ever again on the channel due to this terrible broadcast crew, audio crew, everything that they had going on today. Third down and 2. Play action fake. Go Cunningham. Floater. Oh, what happened to my hands? Jeez. Could have made a play for Cunningham. Made him look good there. Butterfingers. It was right there. Cunningham scrambling out. Good throw. Right in the right spot. And an idiot can't catch the goddamn ball. Come on, Nixon. Jesus Christ. Do your quarterback a solid. Yeah, it's friendship probation right there. He ain't talking to that guy ever again. Fourth down and 2. Let's see if they can make up for it. Handoff. There we go. There we go. Pump those legs. First down, Patriots. Took Bill Belichick 55 plus minutes to actually get into a scoring situation that was relevant for his team. What a sad, sad fall from grace. It's like, at this point, Bill is only collecting a paycheck. He knows there's no championship. Hell, you can't even win the goddamn division anymore. All you're doing right now is just collecting a paycheck. You're like, this team is ass, but at least I'm getting millions of dollars. First down and 10. flag on the play. Oh, come on. First down and 15. Come on, New England, for pride. I don't like you. There's a few players on the team I like, but gosh, 3? Do yourself and the fan base a solid and get at least a 10. There we go. Go, Cunningham. Cunningham has some speed. Second down. Well, another reason that they're asked, you got Bill O'Brien back with the team. He's terrible. I mean, watching Patriot football is like watching paint dry. I might as well just smash my head into the wall. That would be more entertaining than this game. Disgrace. Second down and 10. JJ Taylor with a decent gain of a couple. Third down. Come on, baby. Get in the goddamn end zone. Keep bleeding that clock so this game can be over with. So that way we can get prepared for the Vikings and the Seahawks, which will start in 24 minutes. So this will be over here probably within the next 5 to 10 with commercials. And then that'll give me 5 minutes to rest my voice. And then we'll get into the next stream, which should be good. And then once that's done, then I'll end up going for an hour walk, get my exercise in. And then we'll get into something good like this. Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Vikings, Hawks, playoff teams, not garbage teams like this. What was I thinking? Well, it's that love for C.J. Stroud and maybe thinking that Christian Gonzalez might get out there and make some plays, but I should have known better that this was going to be dog shit, I mean, at least if you don't really like the teams, you're looking for the rookies and the role players to make some magic. And then if you don't get that and the announcing is bad, the audio goes out, the game is not in a good flowing type of game. It's it makes it really hard to watch, I mean, a lot of people that aren't streaming turn this off already. I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? It's a combination. Obviously Belichick had top 10 defenses, with that run, but a lot of it is Brady and Gronk, and obviously Josh McDaniels calling plays as well, obviously Brady and Edelman and, all the other guys, Mendola, you had to look at all the role players they had, Richard Seymour, I mean, going through, Nikovic, all the guys that they had, it's not just one guy, Belichick or Brady, but if you had to choose one or the other, definitely Brady. It's definitely Brady because Brady came into the Bucs and then won a Super Bowl in the first year. So we already had all the pieces pretty much there, but we needed someone to take it to the next level. And you saw how shitty they got after he left. So it's a Brady thing. We'll get into this, so this will be better. And goddamn, doing the NFL ones takes so much longer. And I want to be able to do the images better, bigger, kind of like in the NFL to the MLB streams and whatnot. But yeah, it's you got to be able to line up things to make it look right. And it just if you block the logo with the player, it kind of doesn't look good, So it's you got to be able to find that balance on where do I put the images of the players if I'm going to use them. Otherwise I can just have big images of the logos, but I like to be able to throw the players on there too. So, but I'll keep experimenting as we go along throughout the season. So, yeah, definitely Brady. And it's not just because, he went to your Bucs and that's why you're saying, no, it's very clear, anywhere that Brady has gone, he's had a big impact, and it's also, the accountability that Brady is there. And no, if you're hot dogging it, that don't fly no more. It's you got a fourth coach out there. You got the head coach with Arians, you got OC, DC, and then Brady, as a guy to, keep guys in line. You can't hot dog it anymore. It's Super Bowl or bust. No longer, I hope we can win 10 games and then I wonder what's for dinner tonight, like for the shitty teams. You can't have that mentality. You have to have championship mentality. And, he brought that Patriot mentality over to Tampa. So, well, hopefully this will be over here in a second. Again, the next game starts here in 20. So, and it's on NFL Network. So, and luckily I have everything prepped, ready to go. Just got to be able to get, into the nether stream. And I did all the tags already. I already made the thumbs. So, we'll be here in just a couple minutes. I respect what Belichick did, though. He's one of the greatest defensive mind. I mean, he learned from Bill Parcells and Lawrence Taylor. So he's not an idiot. Very intelligent, loves to cheat. Jim Harbaugh, back in the Jeff George era, Jeff had an arm. Some guys pan out and some guys don't. But also, you were able to see, Jim and John and the Harbaugh family get into obviously the coaching side, like their father. And it'll be interesting to see if Jim ever leaves Michigan. There we go. Touchdown, Patriots. Let's go. Shotgun set. He's like, I'm going to run it myself. Woo! There we go. Touchdown, New England. God damn, it took this long for the game to be relevant. That was awesome. That was a good run. Malik Cunningham. Nice job. They got Malik Cunningham wearing all these numbered jerseys like 64, and this is wild. Minute 54 left. Oh, nice. What's your brother's name? Tell him I said hello. It's crazy how many jerseys they've given to Malik. Like he doesn't even have a traditional. Like this is the type of shit that they were doing for him. Like how are you gonna have Malik Cunningham wear fucking 64 at practice? Is that what it is? They're like, well, Malik, you're just gonna wear fucking 64. Fuck it, right? I guess. I mean, at least give him a quarterback number. I'll give you a throwback photo of him. But that was a hell of a run. Nice little shake and bake. It's like it took us fucking like the whole game for just to have like one little shake and bake play. His name's Randall. What's up, Randall? My favorite WCW moment, the Hulk Hogan turn and the introduction to the NWO with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. I'm a big NWO guy. New world order for life, brother. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a big Hollywood Hogan guy. I'm a big Kevin Nash guy, Scott Hall guy. Rest in peace. Um, obviously I like Rock and Stone Cold, Macho Man. Obviously for being talkers, those are my favorite three. But I'm big NWO. I still wear the satin jackets. I have throwback shit from the '90s still. I still wear the T-shirts and the cutoff shirts. I still have the action figures, from back in the '90s. I still have all the wrestling figures: Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hollywood Hogan. I got them right over here. So they told me if you're NWO, you're NWO for life. And some people are DX, and that's fine. But I'm always going to be NWO. Now, and there wouldn't be a DX without NWO. I mean, that's facts. And it depends if you're a Shawn Michaels guy, a Triple H guy, or I don't think anyone really cared about X-Pac as much. Like, he was a good part of the group. But really, for me, the best part of DX was, Road Dogg, Jesse James, and Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. That was the best part. I've never really been a Shawn Michaels or Triple H guy. I've respected them, but I liked those, the New Age Outlaws. That was the coolest thing about DX to me. And then NWO, obviously Hogan, going from face, Hulkamaniacs, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and then going bad, heel, NWO, and then Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Those are my boys. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. And I only have gotten emotional with wrestlers dying twice in my life. One, Macho Man. Two, Scott Hall. So very, very important to me. All right, we got less than a minute to go. Thank God. But DX was fucking incredible. Like, it's not like I'm saying DX wasn't good. They are to me, the second best faction of all time to NWO. Yeah, there's Bullet Club and all these other ones that are out there, the Bloodline or whatever. But to me, NWO changed the game. You know what I mean? They didn't even have scripting for them. With Bischoff, it was like you didn't even know what was going to happen. They're just like, come to the show, and then everything. A lot of it was like freestyle chaos. And they almost put Vince out of business. So I appreciate both of those factions, but I'm I don't own any DX memorabilia besides the New Age Outlaws. I got a couple figures, back from when I was a kid. I got Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn, but that's about it. All right, final score: Houston Texans 20, New England Patriots 9. I am going to end the stream, and we'll get back, and I'm going to start another one just in about 5 minutes, and then we'll get into this right here with the Vikings and the Seahawks, which starts in 11 minutes. So I appreciate everyone that came through, that chatted, commented, donated. Thank you, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes, and we'll grind it out for the Vikings and Seahawks on NFL Network. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang. I appreciate that, Jacob. No problem. I appreciate you, and I appreciate obviously your bro as well. You guys have a good one, and again, I will be back here in just a couple minutes. Gang.